What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another trade recap. You can see two beautiful longs that I took this morning on NQ for a light 5K. So let's go ahead, break down these trades. I'm going to go ahead and rewind and show you exactly what I was looking at. You can see right off bat, we had London low down here, London high up here. We had been trending higher since London session, and we most recently put in a bullish displacement leg with a order block and a fair value gap. So you can see we've got this fair value gap here, and we've got this order block right here. So we've got quite a few things in our favor telling us that price is going to go higher. And we also had a daily fair value gap. We also have another 4-hour level up here. So we have a lot of higher time frame draws to the upside. My only concern with this session was that we were a bit premium. So I was thinking, we could possibly leave a runner as soon as we break this high, but we also might sweep this and deliver a New York reversal because we are at a higher time frame PD array. We were pricing higher than it and we were trending bullish, but at the same time, ultimately, I thought this could be respected by end of day. But as far as our session goes, bullish was definitely the initial idea as far as expansion for the initial Judas swing. So I decided to put a limit order at the 15-minute order block mean threshold, so right here, and then I gave myself a 10-point stop. Actually, it was more like 10.5, and I have my order just there. So we'll go ahead and fast forward the chart, see how the market opened, and see if we did get filled on that order. So boom, beautiful. Market delivered to the fill right away. And if we drop down to the 1-minute time frame, you can see the details. So you can see here on the 1-minute time frame, price comes down to our limit right at 9:30 open. Beautiful little Judas swing, and then it prices up, delivering to a 1 to 3, and we actually get a 1 to 3 in just a couple of seconds there. And I did leave a runner for the high, and I ended up closing most of my runners around here. So beautiful, beautiful trade, guys. Almost nearly got stopped out. I know it looks like it got stopped out there, but on the actual order, it did not. And then price actually delivers a second setup. So after we finish booking about a 1 to 8 on our runner and then a 1 to 3 on our main TP1, we saw this other setup form, and I just decided, what the heck, let's risk like $50 to $100, see where it goes, see if we can catch the higher time frame draw. And the reason I took this trade was because we had an ICT 2022 model. So this first trade was the ICT Turtle Soup, otherwise known as top ticking and bottom ticking. If you want a tutorial on that, I actually just dropped a video yesterday explaining that full strategy. There's a lot of game in there and a lot of gems. So I recommend checking that out up in the corner. And 2022 model, this was actually the first ICT strategy that made me profitable. So I still use this setup to this day whenever I see it. Price came down, swept the liquidity here. We also displaced past the high, and then we closed above it. So we had a bullish displacement, market structure shift, and we left a fair value gap and an order block. I ended up getting in on the fair value gap after this candle rejected, and we started to price higher from there. And you can see we make a nice run. I ended up taking most of my position off right here just because I was getting impatient. But you can see I left a runner, came down, and it stopped me out. So beautiful, beautiful day. Like I said, made a light 5K just off these two trades. And really, I could have just held this one for longer. But, it is what it is, guys. Little choppy today, but nonetheless, we were still able to get those setups. That's a beautiful thing when you trade the Turtle Soup model. Even when it's choppy, you can still squeeze out those 3 Rs, those 4 Rs, possibly even more, even in those environments. If you learned something, comment below. And as usual, all the links are in the description. Prop firm discounts, working with me one-on-one, free Discord, all of that is down below. We'll see you boys in the next one.